Hey guys, so we're back with another video. I wanted to come on and do a Fenty review for you guys. I've been loving the brand and I love Rihanna, so we'll start with a quick demo first and then I'll get into the review. Gotta lay my little edges down first. And we're gonna go into the Juvias Saharan II Palette. I wanted to feature this in the video too, because I don't think I'm gonna have time to do a full review just on this palette. I might feature all my Juvias palettes, but I've been loving this one so far. I started off with the color Taza, which is that kind of orangey brown color down at the bottom. And that was a Morphe synthetic brush. I'm not sure which number. I think it's an E52. And now I'm taking a M511 and going into the red color, which is Zora. This is my favorite color in the whole palette. This might be my favorite color that I own. And I'm just blending that up into the orange shadow, trying not to completely cover it, but make sure that it's all well blended. And then now for the star of the show, the Fenty Galaxy palette. I'm loving this so far. I'll tell you guys my full thoughts at the end of the video. But it is all shimmer, so that's why I went into the Juvia's palette. But I'm taking this MAC 242 and Too Faced glitter glue. I'm actually laying that down first and then going in with the first shadow. So I'm using the darker green shadow, which is extraterrestrial. And I'm taking that and packing it all over the lid, trying not to completely cover the orange shadow. I still want that to show through as the transition and crease color, but going up to that color and then sort of blending the edges. And now I'm going into the lighter green in the palette. This one is called Sublime, and I'm taking just a little bit of a Mario Badescu spray. Any kind of spray, Fix Plus, setting spray will work just fine. But I wanted to, sometimes those Too Faced glitter glues, or glitter glues in general, can pick up the shadow, so I didn't want to lay more of that on top of that other shadow, so I just sprayed it with Fix Plus. And then now going into the foundation, I'm using, of course, the Fenty foundation, and my shade is 440. And it's very liquidy, as you guys can see. I do think that 440 is a little bit light for me. You guys will see, especially at the end of the video, how much lighter the foundation looks than I would like it to. I make it work, it's okay, but I definitely think I could possibly be like a 450.
I'm only going if you can find the jumpsuit though. So I'm only going if I get to wear the jumpsuit.
What do you mean you only going if you get to wear a jumpsuit? Ain't nobody wearing bodysuits.
I want the jumpsuit. I don't have a onesie.
You got all the onesies. You got a closet full of onesies.
I have a closet full of spaghetti strap onesies to go under sweaters.
As I edited this video, I just wanted you guys to see the kind of verbal abuse that I go through at home. No, that's my best friend Leah. I'm sure she'll make a few appearances here on my channel. We were actually getting ready to go out for Halloween. I wanted to be a cat because it was simple and easy, and she wanted me to dress up like something from The Purge. I wasn't having it, and I ended up being a cat, and I wore the jumpsuit, so thanks. Now I'm taking the trio of matchsticks that I got and my Tarte Shape Tape. I'm taking the Shape Tape first because you guys will see the highlighting or concealer shade of the trio. I like it, but I don't like it necessarily as a concealer all by itself. So I went in with my Shape Tape first, and now I'm going on top of the Shape Tape with the matchstick as more of a highlight, and this is in the shade Suede. You can buy the matchsticks individually or as a set of 3, which would come with a matte concealer highlight shade, a contour shade, and then a shimmery highlight. Now I'm taking what would be the contour shade. This is Espresso. And I'm using a MAC 109 to blend that out. Now I'm just going to blend out the nose contour. I will put the number of this brush down in the bottom or on the screen somewhere. And I'm taking Camel Ben Nye Luxury Powder to set my concealer. And I'm actually using the Fenty Beauty sponge. I'm loving this sponge. The shape of it is really awesome for applying setting powder, especially when I'm trying to get a sharp line around the nose contour, because it's cut at the top. It's not like a point like the beauty blenders are. And now I'm taking my MAC Studio Fix powder. You guys know I'm obsessed with this already, even after just one video. And I'm using the shade NW58. And then going in with the Laura Mercier, I think it's called Medium Deep, the translucent powder, the darker one. And using that to actually take off that excess powder and set the rest of my face. And then now I'm going in with MAC Burnt Pepper blush and using a Delium Tools blush brush to blend that out. Now taking one of my favorite products from her collection, this is the Fenty highlighter duo. It's the Kilowatt highlighters. This one is in Moscow Mule and Ginger Binge. I used Ginger Binge first and then going in with Moscow Mule. On top, Moscow Mule is the more shimmery shade and it's more of the true highlight, whereas Ginger Binge has a little bit more color to it, kind of a rosy glow, almost as like a blush. And now I'm taking one of the new MAC lipsticks, the Velvet Matte from MAC. This is in the shade Winifred, and then going on top of that with NYX Lip Pencil and Club Hopper.
Okay, so I wasn't feeling the lips with the eye look, so I went ahead and blotted that down. And I don't have all of the lip glosses from the Galaxy collection. I think that the pinkish one with the pink glitter would be really, really pretty with this, but it was sold out and I don't have it. So I went ahead and took this ColourPop gloss. It's 9 to 5. It was one of those glosses that they did. I think they'd hit like, maybe it was 5 million subscribers or followers on Instagram possibly, and they were giving these out with your orders where you could order it. I don't remember, but I got this one and it's just a really pretty pink with like rose gold and kind of greenish metallic glitters in it. So I thought that would be really cute. So I added that in. I really, really like the collection. It's really nice, especially the first few things that she started out with. The foundation is bomb. It's very liquidy, as you guys saw, but it does last a long time. I've definitely worn it a few times now because it's come out, what, weeks ago, almost a month ago. And so it's become kind of my everyday foundation. I don't actually wear makeup every single day just because when I'm working, I don't do makeup full time anymore. So I'm not really worried about what I look like half the time. I don't like it whenever I can see shine on my face. And so I tend to carry like those little blotterati sheets from Beauty Blender, or I'll carry blotting sheets, powder, something, just to kind of touch up through the nose because that's usually the area that I see it in and nowhere else. But with that foundation, I haven't had that happen. The matchsticks, they're okay. I feel like they could be better. I do really like the dark color espresso that I used to contour. Problem is that it's not really as much of a contour on me. Like I feel the need to go on top of it with my powder, which is fine because I would do that normally anyway. But I was hoping for a color that was dark enough that I could do a cream contour and not feel like I needed to add anything else. The highlighting one, which was Suede, again, it's okay. It's probably something that I wouldn't actually use as a concealer like I see a lot of people using it. I would go in and add that just like I did on top of my concealer to actually highlight. And I do like the shape of it to go in and highlight my nose just to intensify the contour for my nose. So that works really, really well. It's very dry though. So the consistency is kind of weird because you've got to work fast and then it's dry anyway. So it's a little bit hard to blend out, but with the sponge, I actually really, really like her sponge. I don't know that it'll replace my Beauty Blender. We'll see. But I do like the sponge, and the sponge did help to blend it out really, really well, especially when it's wet. If I'm using like my normal Shape Tape concealer, then I actually prefer to use that sponge dry. I don't know what it is. I don't know, but since I got it, I've been using that sponge dry and I really, really like it. So judge me if you want to, but it's bomb. Try it dry. As far as the highlighting one, you guys will notice that I didn't use it. I'm just not really a fan. It's pretty, but I don't do cream highlight. This would be nice on days when I'm just going to wear foundation and not use powder, which is extremely rare, but I don't know, because I would go right on top of this with powder, so I feel like it kind of defeats the purpose. It's a very, very pretty color. Since I didn't show you guys, that's what it looks like. Extremely pretty. They blend out really, really nicely. I just prefer a powder highlight because then when I blend it out, it's a really pretty sheen, but it just doesn't do anything for me. So these are nice, just not for me. Okay, the Kilowatt highlighter is bomb. Love this. I want to get more colors. It's just that the other colors, when I'm looking at them, I feel like some of them I have something similar or it's way too light. And I'm a person that likes Becca Opal highlight, and that's kind of light for my skin tone. But I'll layer that on top of other things, and then still with the Fenty highlighters, the other colors, I felt like they were even lighter than that, where I wouldn't even want to layer them on top of something else. For now, Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule is the only one that I have, and it's bomb. I love it. It gives almost kind of a blush feel, like it intensifies my blush, but still adds enough highlight that you can see it. It glows. So I really like this. The eyeshadow palette, it took me forever to decide if I was going to get that palette or not. And then last minute, a few days ago, I was like, what the heck, I'll just go ahead and buy it, and maybe I can add it on top of other colors or just use it whenever I want that glitter that I don't have, because I don't buy a ton of glitters, but every once in a while there will be a look where I'm like, oh, this would be really nice if I had like this color glitter. Some of them do have a pretty good base underneath them, like the green that I used, the first green, actually has a pretty good base where it's a good shadow on its own. You don't need a shadow underneath it. The gloss is also bomb. I'll probably get some of the other glosses, but they're sold out like everywhere. I think that there are some online, but I'm not a person that likes to wait on my makeup, so I don't know, I'll probably order it just because it's not easily accessible. But this is the color that I wanted the most, so I was glad that this one was in stock. It's a lot more blue toned than I expected it to be. The blue glitter kind of overpowers the pinky purple base to it, which is why I ended up not liking it with this particular eye look when I layered it on top of the lipstick, because the lipstick I was using is already that kind of gray toned blue purple, and so to add this on top of it, it just didn't go, because I've got like Poison Ivy going on up here, and then I don't know what the hell that was down here, and it looked, I don't know, I looked dead whenever I put that with this eye look. The liner, I really like the liner, and I'm not a fan of liquid liner. I do not use liquid liner, period. Other than the Kat Von D, the pen, I really like that one because it's a brush tip and it's easy to use. I hate felt tip liners, and I don't like eyeliners where it's like the brush is separate. I don't know, like if I'm gonna use a liquid liner, it's gotta be the pen. But I actually love this. This was really easy to use. The brush is super thin. So I was able to get a thin line, but I ended up making it a thicker line just because I liked that with the look today. But I do like the fact that, and I didn't do it with the look because I already had the green shadow on, so I didn't want to have the green glitter in the liner overpower the green shadow. But if you guys don't know, which I didn't know, I was like looking at them and I'm like, okay, so how is this a 2-in-1? I don't get it. So I'm gonna let that dry while I finish talking to you guys about the liner. But I was so confused as to how this was a 2-in-1 liner. And then finally somebody was like, you have to rub it. And I'm like, what the hell do you mean? Like, why do I have to rub the damn liner? Like, that makes no sense. And so then when I let it dry down and I rubbed it, I was like, oh, so it turns to glitter. That's cute or whatever. It's not metallic to me when you first put it on. Apparently it's supposed to be metallic and then it turns to glitter whenever you rub it, or like take a smudger brush and smudge it out. It doesn't look metallic to me. The green and the blue actually almost look black. I can tell that there's a green tinge or a blue tinge to it, but it's so dark that it's almost black. And even with it on my eyes right now, it's so dark that it's almost black. And so I don't see the metallic to it. It looks like a matte black green kind of color to me. But then whenever you rub it out, and I don't know if you guys will be able to see this on camera, and I didn't let it dry all the way, but whenever you rub it out, the glitter comes out. I've got a little bit of something from each portion of the collection as a whole, and then as far as the Galaxy collection goes, the holiday stuff, I just got what I wanted because I do have to spend my own money on this stuff, and I want stuff that I'm gonna actually use. So I know if I buy a bunch of stuff that I'm not gonna use, it's just gonna go to Leah and I'm never gonna see it again. And that's kind of a waste of money. So I might get some other stuff later just so I can come in and, you know, do a video with it, because some of the other stuff is really nice. It's just stuff that I know I'm not going to grab for, and so I don't want to waste my money. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely go check out the Fenty products. You guys are gonna love something. There's something for everybody, and that's what I really like about her line. Even if you don't buy every single thing that she put out, there's something for everyone and there's something for every skin tone that's gonna look good on you. So definitely check it out if you haven't already. I know a lot of you already have a lot of stuff, so maybe what I did will give you some inspiration on how to use your products. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Bye.